sure everyone's heard of the angry young man, but you're now about to add a new word to your vocabulary, the angry Indian goddesses. Say hello to the ladies of angry Indian goddesses. I'm with Sandhya Mridul, Sarah Jane, yes, Pavleen Gujral, Rajshri, Tannishtha Chatterjee, and Anushka Manchanda. So,
Can you
well done.
well
done. Did I stumble?
Yeah. That is the only name she stumbled.
Oh,
in spite of the fact that you know me.
I know you. So, Angry Young Man has been around for a long time. Why don't you introduce the audiences to the Angry Young Goddesses? Who are they?
Angry
And
young goddesses.
they are women who are vocal, who are more or less fearless because they know fear. They faced it, so they're now not ready to succumb to it. And they're going to make you feel something.
Yeah.
So what you feel depends on where you are in your life, but you're going to feel something for sure.
Yeah. And to add on to that, the goddesses.
She's actually summed it up with what's it mean?
Fearless,
Fearless,
Shakti, Devi,
Beautiful.
you know, it's all written.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing every woman. Together, collectively,
Yeah.
we're playing every woman. We're playing everything that women are going through.
Right.
Feel, you know, kind of, like I said, we'll be embodying every woman.
Now, this is the first female buddy flick. What the heck took this long? You guys are all actresses, working professionals in the industry. What took so long?
I blame Pan Nalin. I mean, I don't know why he didn't do this, and I don't know why the hell he has to live in Paris.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He took too long to make the film. He's been thinking about
took
making
too long
this film for 6 years.
To find us, Tanishta and we were venting 6 years ago,
Yes.
and you know, fortunately Dilip heard our plea, you know, and took him to Nalin. And
Finally,
you know, what took him so long to find us? What's with men? Why are they so slow?
Get up to speed, right? But seriously, Anushka, you're a working artist in the music industry. You're doing the acting bit. What were you missing that on screen? You feel, is that why this is why you took up the part?
I had no idea. Like when I got called in to do this audition, I was like, no, I hate auditions. I'm not coming in to do this.
Yeah.
But I met Dilip, and it was so easy and so comfortable. And just the idea of doing something like this, and I knew a lot about some of the women that were involved, and I thought that this was something interesting. Also, a friend of mine called me and said that, listen, someone from Pan Nalin's office has called and asked for your number.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, just do it.
So what? He's a little slow. Finally, he'll deliver something really good.
He's already delivered.
Something very good. Now,
Very
when you
powerful.
guys met for the first time, first impressions, did it instantaneously, that bond form? Did it take, a week, 10 days? How did it happen for each of you in terms of the bond?
I think that we got to know each other not more on one, rather than one-on-one, it was more through the workshops,
Yeah.
which was so much better, because then we got to know each and every detail, each and every fear, each and every aspect of each other.
Yeah.
So we know each other inside out now. So there's a really strong bond, hopefully. There's a very strong
And we
bond.
know each other's insecurities, and I
Exactly.
think nothing makes for stronger bonds than knowing that and accepting them. We all are completely strong and flawed,
Yeah.
and we got along.
Yeah.
Because
That's
we
very
know
beautifully
we accepted each other's flaws, and that's a very cliched statement to make, and that's what you read in, everybody likes to sort of talk about that, but
Yeah.
we actually saw it. There were 7 of us, Amrit is missing.
Yeah.
There were 7 of us, and we did not fight. We did not care about what the other
argue
person
even.
was
Yeah.
wearing,
Right.
or what they were saying, or what they were doing, or why their skin was looking better today. And it wasn't.
Right.
We had the
We
bad
were
hair
even,
days
in
together.
fact, appreciative of the fact that, oh my God, your skin is looking so beautiful today. Lovely hair, Sarah.
Yeah, we kind of give each other things, and they eat up all the nuts I carried to the set. And stuff.
She was like motherly influence in the whole
Don't you
group.
dare call me.
Influence. I meant to say I mean, she would take care of us.
I'm a bit of a help. I'm a bit of a help fanatic.
How much fun was it shooting this
You
film
have to
in
edit
Goa?
that.
Yeah, no worries. How much fun was it shooting this film in Goa? Sarah, how much fun was it?
It was heaps of fun.
Yeah.
I don't think that there was very few moments, unless it was this really serious scene that had to be shot that day that we weren't in spits all the time.
Yeah.
Because between this one and that one,
We're not taking names.
and then on occasion, like this the permutation and combination of people together would just bring out different sides of us.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I just remember it as just being one huge comical fest.
But I think the vibe of Goa itself is so relaxing and so chilled out that we were all at ease when we were shooting.
No, but Nalin and Dilip made it very, very simple for us.
Yeah.
They, they put out such a positive vibe that you feel like a fool for being anything but that.
Right.
So you go, you vent, you excrete some negativity, and then you just sort of let it go because you can't. It's infectious how positive they are, and they would notice if any of us were feeling negative, and they'd take us to the side and work with us.
Right.
They'd make us breathe. They'd workshop us. They knew we'd collected some negative emotions from the scenes. So they constantly worked on us. So we can't take the credit of getting along just like that.
It was like a retreat and therapy actually. All of us by the end of it said that
Absolutely.
it's like,
It changed my life.
Yeah. Some of the actresses are like, it's your first film.
Yeah.
And I always say you're spoiled for life. It doesn't always happen.
Like for me, I'll tell you,
It
like, my
doesn't
first
always
day-
happen.
Yeah.
My first day, I was really scared.
Yeah.
I was like, Sandhya, oh, I love her work. I've followed her work. I've followed her. I know everyone, through because I've always seen them on screen. I said, my God, I'm working with them.
Right.
So my first day was like, okay, I think it's going to be very tough. I don't know how the stars are and how those actresses will be. Second day, I was like, oh my God, hey, it was one family. We all I never realized. I don't think so. Nobody has thought it's our first film.
Yeah.
We all they all made up we all one.
We're gonna do this together.
Yeah, we're gonna do this together.
Considering I'm not even from the film industry and this was my first feature film and I did something after this, but then I was like, oh, there's no workshop before? I don't get to meet the actors, I can't hang out with them before, but I need to know them to act with them.
What is our backstory?
What is it? Now,
Tell us.
Did you instantaneously connect to your individual characters, or did you have to, do the backstory in your head, or how was that process?
no,
Individually, you connected with your characters.
It was
Yeah?
workshopping like you won't even believe it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all had everyone has contributed
We
a
had
lot to their
homework.
own
There was
character.
nothing
homework. We had homework.
There was nothing instantaneous. It was constant growth every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Every day
We grew. Our characters grew.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
story grew. There was nothing instant about this.
Right.
It was just gently, beautifully, gradually created.
Yeah.
And there was heaps of crime.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And what makes women happier than crying?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, there was a lot of catharsis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it was an instant coffee for sure.
Yeah, and, unfortunately, I was not a part of that initial 15 days workshop. I was shooting something else.
Right.
So when I first came in, I was a little lost because everyone had I could feel that there was a very different energy levels that everybody had gone to, and I was feeling an outsider at that point of time. And after the first 2-3 days, I don't even know when I became a part of those energies.
She was really harrowed. I remember.
So now I know that what Nalin and Dilip did with everyone, it actually shifted everybody's energies to a higher form.
Right.
And
So her was really tough.
I was getting that. It was.
Yeah.
I could feel that energy, and in most scenes I was just like, I should just be out of the scene. I don't know what to do.
But the funny part is that's how they wanted her to feel.
That's exactly how they wanted.
It was very interesting for me to see because Tan and me go back a long way.
Yeah,
we've
we're
been friends. We
great
work together.
friends and-
We know each other. And Tan has for me always been a very calm, cool person, and I've been the flappy one. So and she's always sort of said something. Sandy, easy, don't react, breathe, stay still. She's the one who's always calmed me down. But the first time it was me the other way, and Tan she's saying, I don't know what's happening to me. I don't fit in. I can't fit in. I can't. And I was telling her we've done a lot of work.
And I'm like, it was really interesting, and after the first 3 days I realized how much work was done because it had shifted the energies of that space to a different, in a very beautiful way.
She's getting goosebumps.
It was just
Cute tears. Oh.
Yeah.
Now from tears to anger, the emotion of anger, what makes you angry as women of India today, individually? What really gets your gears
Really long
grinding?
list, you really want to
For me,
Just top of the list.
for me, it's injustice. I mean,
Yeah.
For me,
What do you
justice.
think? Why? What do you think?
In
Why you-
inequality, unfair opportunity, a glass ceiling where you can't crack through. So, Sarah, how about you? Injustice.
Oh god, I was actually staring down because I'm going through my list going, yeah, I think if there was an umbrella issue
Yeah.
covering everything, it is that. It's the injustice and the inequality. However, I have to say that there is slow but steady change.
Yeah. Yes.
And that I don't want to completely seem like we're badgering what's going on. And the thing is that this film would not be, I would not be so happy that it's coming out at this time, because people are finally listening. People finally have their perspectives sort of broadened. They finally want change. The women are not afraid to sort of perhaps even demand it.
Yeah.
Men are
They're
being
ready
more
to
respectful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really the women who have to change actually, because it's the mothers who teach their sons to behave a certain way.
Yeah.
And to be it's that kind of superiority complex or
Yeah.
that a sense of entitlement that Indian men generally have is because their mothers put them on pedestals,
Yeah.
you know. Even when you hear about women in you know in joint families where the mother-in-law, it's the mother-in-law, it's the woman.
it's the
A
woman.
woman is doing this to another woman,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Maybe we can set some kind of an example that as
Yeah.
a woman you need to have each other's back and not like push you know each other up against like.
So it's all about
Very,
mutual
very, very right,
right, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
You
mutual
know,
respect
it's so
amongst
interesting
women.
you're saying that, because most of my issues that I developed growing up were
Were with
with other
women.
women, because of
Yeah.
other women
Yeah.
brought
Yeah.
things to my
Yeah.
notice that I
Yeah.
hadn't noticed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the amazing part is that none of us,
Yeah.
for those 40 days that we were together, did that to each other even once.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
once. And I've done many, many films, and I can tell you it's not like that.
It's not.
It's not like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know, the sad part is that women have had to always fight for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think this is going to be the final fight in that sense, because people are there on the threshold of that battle.
Mhm.
And I think this film is actually going to deliver a push, you know, in the kind of, you know, characters that we all play.
Right.
I think it'll be the final fight and that final battle
Yeah.
where we're going to really be the catalyst to push something through, and we hope that we will be aspirational in that. And we're not going to say anything that women don't want to say.
Right.
We're not going to say anything that women are not already beginning to say.
Or thinking over.
But we are hoping to just push that dam and nail into the coffin.
Fearless, 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 fearless.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is that in Indian mythology and in our in our culture, there is the Ma Durga, which is prominently shown in the promo of the film. In the poster even there is a reference to that. Why do you think that image is suppressed and we see the other images of women, you know, being,
Which
you know,
is-
damsels in distress and weak,
But
the
I think
weakest
that
sex?
is why I think ironically the film is named Angry Indian
Yeah.
Goddesses.
Yeah.
So goddesses in India are always powerful. They're Shakti, they're Devi, then I mean, you know, and they're extremely powerful and individual.
Yeah.
And we worship them. And then you know, but what makes them angry, because we abuse, on the one hand we're worshipping them and giving them so much power,
Yeah.
and then we're abusing them.
Right.
And that's why I think it's such an apt name. It's the name in itself says it.
Yeah.
Angry Indian, but goddesses.
Yeah. Do you agree with that sentiment, that it has that image?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, the power of a woman is that she's capable of tolerating more than any human being. But the fact is that power of tolerance has been abused greatly and gravely for too long.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's the power that we intend to. We don't intend to be wicked or cruel or anything. We just intend to still be tolerant of that, but not take the abuse that's kind of comes our way.
We just want our due credit, because we go through a lot much more than men do as women, as wives, as daughters, as we take on so many roles, but we just don't get the respect that we deserve.
So it's been a thankless job in some ways. I've always said next life I'm going to be a man, but not after this film. I think.
No way.
I want to be a woman. I want to be a woman.
I've said, I'm admitting that I've said this.
At least she's being honest about it. Time for some more honesty. Anybody can take on this and, you know, give me your opinion, give us your opinion. A few topics. The first one, the porn ban in India.
Rubbish.
It's so stupid.
It's just so stupid. Bans are stupid.
It was a one-day ban.
You know, and what really saddens me is that the Bombay and Delhi High Court have to waste their time and our resources.
Exactly.
The judiciary has to get involved in these stupid
It's
state
something
bans.
so silly.
It's a waste of our time and resources because they are going to go. Then came the meat ban. I mean, please.
let people do what they want to do in their houses.
Yeah,
And again, the judiciary had to come in, waste another few months and money and time.
What
What
I don't understand
too many
is
problems. These are created.
Like the High Court has better
stuff to do.
Yes.
Bigger stuff.
I mean,
they have numerous cases pending,
Yeah.
be it murder,
Yeah.
rape, but they would rather concentrate on these bans.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have so much time to think about the bans.
Okay, provoke us more.
By the way, ready for the next one? Censorship board and censorship of films in India.
That's it. Your camera may not survive after that.
So there was a film a friend of mine did where in the trailer he couldn't say sex.
Oh, okay.
So he had to say, Tera pyar pyar, mera pyar That's all I have to say about censorship. I mean, we can't even say sex. You know, and the subtitles that we're getting on our television channels, you can't say shit, you can't say stupid, you can't say but.
By the way, you can't even say suck. Do you know this? I just
Like
find
if
it
someone says you
shocking.
suck, then they.
Exactly. I said, oh, this sucks. They said, you can't say that. I said, what? What can't I say?
Actually, now the censor board should make a list of
They
all
made a
these
list.
things. No.
Actually, it is.
Before every film, and put it like, because you can't say all these things.
These are the
there's
5 words you
Yeah,
can say.
these are the words that have been replaced, but they actually meant that.
The
Yeah.
problem is that we don't live in a democracy, we live in a hypocrisy. That's the problem.
yeah.
with America.
Very well said.
Very well said. Now, the next one is an interesting one. Condom ads causing rape? You've heard about
Can I
this?
just tell you how many voiceovers I've done for condom ads?
I was gonna ask you. That is you.
Oh my god.
I have done
That is you.
She's a
7
goddess.
flavors. I've done 7 flavors.
Now you're talking.
That's so stupid. You should promote safe sex. What are you doing? That is just the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, down the road from here, there's a condom shop. What is that?
Yeah.
Condom Kingdom.
Condom Kingdom.
You need to educate people about this. Not this is not something that you need to sweep under the carpet.
Yeah.
Look at the population of our country. It's ridiculous.
No, it's again the double standard and the illiteracy is that you have an ad of an AC, car, refrigerator which is actually creating pollution. You can sell that.
Yeah.
And condom is actually saving lives and having safe sex.
Yeah.
That you can't have an ad with, like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
No,
what
there's a
sense
section of
is that?
society that just wants to pretend that they were born out of nowhere, the immaculate conception, and sex is not being had. And sex is not being had.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I really don't know how they intend to produce children, and how they do it. It's amazing. I respect them
Is
for
there
it.
a
How?
Is there a factory or something that we're not informed about?
I bow to that
Yeah.
immaculate
We
conception.
have
Really.
no clue about
I
that.
bow to the fact that there's no penetration in their children. I bow to it.
Hats off to you for your honesty. The last one. The United States just passed the Same-Sex Marriage Act, and we have Section 377 in India. I'm sure you guys have an opinion on this one. So what's your opinion?
No, you really.
Yes,
You
this
see it
one
in the
I would
film.
love to hear.
You'll see it in the film.
You see it in the film.
You'll see it in the film.
Yeah, so our answer will come to you in the
the
film.
film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably the
Yeah,
best
we
way
should
to
leave it
answer
at that. We leave it in the
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you,
Thank
ladies.
you
Thank you so much for making time for filming
Thank
cafe.
you.
All the very best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Watch out for these guys.
Amazing. Thank you again.
Thank
ladies.
you.
Hi, we're the Angry Indian Goddesses, and you're watching us on Filming Cafe.